Hello and welcome to GamesCraft, starting off with Minecraft 1.7. So, they've added pistons. TNT is now breakable, but can only be triggered by fire or redstone, so any of you griefies out there have now been stopped. Fences can now be stacked on top of each other. Torches can also be placed on top of the fences, which is awesome. Shears have been added. So, shears will be required to get wool from sheep. You can no longer punt sheep. And also you can use shears to pick up leaf blocks. It also says he removed the Herobrine, but he did that in 1.6. So Notch, what are you doing? Sort that out now, you little bastard. Anyway, moving on to World of Warcraft now. The 4.2 patch notes, Rage of the Firelands. I've just got the table of contents up here, so we're going to just dive into the general section. So you've got some new daily quests, the regrowth and Molten Front, new quest chain, the Elemental Bonds, a new raid, the Firelands. There's a new legendary item, Dragon Wrath, and Taragus's Rest, I think that's how that's pronounced. A new user interface, or UI, called Dungeon Journal. Also, you can recruit a friend, and players with a copy of the original World of Warcraft who have not yet upgraded to the Burning Crusade have had their accounts upgraded to access the content and features of the Burning Crusade expansion at no additional cost. And I did not brief for all of that. There's some been achievements added, some more in classes added, such as, let's just see here, healing critical strikes now heal for 2 times the normal heal. Players are now free to dance in combat without causing graphic errors. Crowd control, pets, spell interrupt, stats, death knights. Obliterate base damage has been reduced to 150% weapon damage. Unholy Might now increases in strength by 20%, up from 5%. Death Knight bug fixes. It's always good to see a few bug fixes in any game you play. Let's see, there's a whole load of listing there. Links are all in description to everything I'm mentioning here, so you can read on more for yourself. The patch obviously came out on the 28th of June 2011. Let's just get a bit more into the user interface. The interface options screens have changed size to match the video and audio screens. This allows for larger compact unit frames profile panels. Add-ons will no longer be able to intelligently swap items by working with the built-in equipment manager. The order in which characters are listed at the character selection screen can now be arranged and saved. The cast bar can now be moved to display below the character frame. And I'm really struggling at reading off a browser window. Character talent specializations can now be viewed on mouse over of the battleground scoreboard. There is now a dismiss pet option. Durability character display will now show items as yellow when they're below 20% durability, or when items have 5 durability or less. The macro window and spellbook can now be both opened at the same time to allow for more initiative macro creation. They also now have a save and cancel button. It's now easy to change the language of the game. That's very important, changing the language of the game there from English to Spanish, or from Spanish to Chinese, or whatever you speak. A target or focus target can now be selected within the minimap. It does not include enemy players though. Vendors now display currency types they use. That's just some of the features in the WoW 4.2 patch. Moving on now to StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. The storyline teaser video is in the description. Basically, the Queen of Blades is gone. On the hellish planet Kar, Jim Raynon harnessed the power of an ancient Xel'Naga artifact in a desperate bid to stop the Zarg swarm from overrunning the Kopluru sector, if that's how you say it, and the artifact restored Sarah Kerrigan to her human form. Without their queen to guide and unify them, the swarm has fractured into several broods scattered throughout the Kopluru sector. One of the greatest threats to the galaxy has been neutralized, or so it seems. Let's have a look at the missions real quick. Do you have what it takes to lead the swarm to ultimate victory? In StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm, you must help Sarah Kerrigan fight her way through a vast single-player campaign. Pretty good. There's a screenshot there. There's some other things in the description. Now moving on to Terraria, the 1.0.5 changelog. There's loads of different things here. I'm just going to start with a few from NPCs. 8 new enemies, you must find them. You change the way enemies spawn. Bats, hornets and eyeballs no longer enter water. Slimes now float in water. NPC shops now sell items on certain nights or after certain events. The nurse now charges the correct amount for healing. Bats now have a death sound effect. Enemy coins drop have been adjusted. Man-eaters and snatchers are no longer affected by knockback and can attack through walls. Eater of Souls and Hornet AI has been improved. Fish are no longer upside down when out of the water. Very important. Fish upside down means they're not fish at all. Green slimes have now been weakened so that the start players can deal with them more easily. Very important there from the Terraria guys. Items, there's over 50 new items, including a new feature, buffs activated by using potions. Right click a buff to remove it from yourself. The server, spam detection is less aggressive, increased multiplayer security, fix a bug that could crash the server when the max amount of clients are connected. Now that's a very important bug. Blood moons now stop correctly if time is changed to day by server. That's just some of the things. Game interface upon death, a more specific death message will appear for other players so they know how you died. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. I haven't played Terraria yet, so I don't know. The hotbar now shows the names of the selected item, which is epic. Yep, epic. PvP now requires 5 seconds between activation and deactivation, and vice versa to prevent PvP spam. The same cooldown is in effect for Team Challenging as well. World generation has changed. Tweak the way sand is created. Coral now grows in oceans. Cactus now grow on sand. Surface jungles have been enlarged. Blah 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 blah. Links in description. These are just some of the main things. Moving on now to Bloodline Champions news. The in-game shop has been updated on June the 29th. Outfits, you now get the Gluton, or however it's pronounced, Armoured Gluton. Weapons, the Harbinger, Hatchet of Shadow, the Thorn, Poison Ivy. Emotes, Grimrod Laugh, Ravener Laugh, Herald of Insight Mind Trick, Spearmaster Blooper, and the Vanguard Blooper. Titles, Diamond, Rebel Scum. And don't forget, the current sales are corrupted outfits are 25% off. Moving on now to a game you may not have heard of. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Latest news, there's nothing on the latest news page. However, there's nothing there either. That's great, just great. Just brilliant. So you can go into the website and try and figure it out, but I certainly can't. Moving on now to the let's see. The League of Legends Champion sales now on. 50% off the Sonar, Fiddlesticks, and Xinzao, if that's how you say their names. So hurry now, because it's going from the 1st of July to the 4th of July. Hurry up for your League of Legends Champion 50% off sale. And finally, we're moving into more sales in Rift with a 50% off sale. Always good to see 50% off. Rift 1.3 is here. It has arrived, and unspeakable monsters under the command of Achilles and Regulus advance on Moonshade Highlands, and no one of Talara will be safe. As the Ascended battle to keep the Hammer Nail from the other side, they must open the gates and enter the accursed city themselves and face what lies within. Be sure to read more about Rift 3 to learn about everything you need to survive. Links will be in the description. So that completes this episode of GamesCraft for June 2011. There may be a second episode in June, but for now this will be the first episode. My name is Thomas Carter, signing out.